I'm at Investorfuel in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I get a lot of questions when I post from here. People go, "Why do you keep coming back to that?" So I want to explain what it is and why I continue to come back. Sorry. So Investorfuel is a mastermind for other house flippers, real estate investors throughout the country, and I'm not doing a pitch for them. You don't have to join it. You don't have. You don't. It's really. I'm not pushing anybody to join. All I'm saying is that the reason why I come back is because every time I come here, a few things happen. First of all, you hang out with great people, generous people, vulnerable people, people who are willing to share, people who are talking to you about what's going on in their business. And I always feel that the strength of the group is that they're able to filter out jerks. There's no jerks here. And people that you want to hang out with, people that you feel good about hanging out with. So that's number one. Number two is I always learn something, always. I learned some amazing stuff about radio advertising that I think I may employ. I learned some amazing things about how to use AI with ChatGPT. It was unbelievable. And I haven't even scratched the surface of all the presentations that were here that I have to watch later when they post them. So it was very, very good. For me, it is like oxygen. I need this every quarter. And the people here are so good that I usually end up going to at least 2 other events a year. So I'm going shooting with these guys in Oklahoma in March, and I'd love to meet up with them in Cabo like I did 2 years ago with my wife. So to me, it's an amazing thing. So we meet quarterly, and they have events also dispersed throughout the year. They went to Yellowstone in January. I couldn't go. But it's really a combination. It's a combination of hanging out with people that you really like, that you want to hang out with. I already made appointments to meet some guys from here in Southern California the next time I'm there visiting my daughter. And for me, like, I'm expanding to new markets, and the people here were invaluable, incredibly helpful in me finding out service providers and tips and tricks and things. I was about to use a service provider and somebody warned me not to. And these are the things you get from a mastermind like this. And I feel very, very strongly that I'm a solopreneur. This is a lonely business, and having people that you can bounce ideas off of, or having people that you can ask questions to, people that you like hanging out with, is a really, really helpful for my brain and for my business. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I'm going to be back in Dallas at the next Investorfuel, which is in May, and I will be in Nashville, which I don't like going to, in August, and back in Dallas in October, November. So these are the things, I really work as much of my other life schedule around Investorfuel. I missed 2 Investorfuels when each of my daughters got married right around a meeting. But for me, it's really like oxygen. The people here are great. I'm not doing a pitch. I'm just explaining why, because people tell me, "Why do you keep going back there? Why do you keep going back there?" They think this is like a one-time thing. This is something I pay for annually. I get 4 meetings here, and I go to the other things, and it's money that I think is super well spent. Again, meeting great people, hanging out with great people, and it's the amount that it's helped my business, I can't even describe. So if anybody's interested, of course, you can also always call me. I'm happy to talk to you about it. My number, you can call me in the office. My number's on the page. Should be 516-209-2010. But I'm a huge fan of Investorfuel, and I'm going to keep coming back until I feel like I'm not getting significant value out of it, which I still feel like I get every single meeting. So that is why I'm back in Scottsdale, which I do like, although this time was freezing. It's so cold outside. It's like 40 degrees. Last year it was like 70. It was much better. But they can't control the weather. And usually, it's very often in February, it's nice here. So that's all I got. I'm coming back to New York in a few hours, and I will try and do another post today because I missed one on Monday. But I hope this was helpful answering this question. If you need any help in anything in real estate investing, feel free to put a question in the comments below. You can also go to howtoflipnewyork.com or learntoflipandwholesale.com, and you can ask any question. I post 5 times a week. Hopefully I get 5 in this week. And if you are, you can ask any question. It doesn't have to be about the video you're watching. If it's something simple, I'll just reply with an answer. If it's something that I haven't covered in a while, I'll send you a link to, if something I've covered recently, I'll send you a link to a video. And if it's something that I haven't covered in a while or I've never covered, I will be happy to do a brand new video on the topic. So please keep the questions coming. I really have I draw a blank every time I want to post. I don't know what to say. And your questions allow me to help you, which is what the point of this whole channel is, which is to help anybody who needs help learning to flip or wholesale houses. Thank you very, very much for watching.